It was an eventful midweek. There was a win, there was a draw, and there was a loss. And I'm riding solo like Jason Derulo because my co-host is greeting about Heidenheim's victory at Tyne Castle. Welcome back to Fog Football as the European review show. It's basically a preview show, but here, there's a preview show later on the night, so don't worry. Right, that's the SPFL preview show. Last last action before another awful international break, but don't worry folks, it's the last one until March. So that's a positive. But let's begin with the Champions League. And this is going to be a long one. Well, I say a long one. I mean, I could fly through in about 2 minutes if I really wanted to. But here, where's the enjoyment in that? On the Tuesday, though, PSV defeated Girona 4-0. Okie dokie. Dynamo beat Bratislava 4-1. Can't think of highlights how poor Bratislava are. AC Milan beat Real Madrid. Do not know what's happened to Real Madrid. Liverpool Leverkusen. I had this game on the TV. Well, I had Celtic's game against Leipzig on the laptop. This was Liverpool's game was Leverkusen were alright. Frimpong scored a good offside goal, but not handball even. But I think Liverpool are really good under Arne Slot this season. Dortmund won 1-0, which is maybe a wee bit poor against Storm Grass, but they probably set up park the bus style. Sporting Lisbon beat Man City 4-1. Your wee man Gicores or Gicores or whatever you want to pronounce it. He looks good. He looks like a player. He looks fan-dabby dozy. Right. Then it was Lille, one each with Juventus. Lille were on their way to beating Juventus, but sadly they get beat for them. I mean, they beat both Atletico clubs, which is pretty Atletico clubs, both Madrid clubs. Then the game that people have been ranting and raving about, Celtic 3, Leipzig 1. I mean, rightfully so. Fantastic result for Celtic. All but guarantees their passage into the last 16 for me. And yeah, a good win against a very, very good opponent in RB Leipzig. I mean, Celtic made them look pish. They really did. And, they're second in the Bundesliga. They can't be that bad. Good goals for Kuhn. Who got the other goal? Who got the other goal? Couldn't get two. Who the hell got the other goal? Who got the other goal? Was it Maida? I can't remember for the life of me who got the other goal. I've got memory like a sieve these days. Who got the other goal? I actually can't even remember. It doesn't really matter who got the other goal. Because Celtic won 3-1. Good for Scottish football, all that malarkey. And we'll look at the table in a wee minute. But Bologna now, Monaco won. Okay. Wednesday. Right, Club Brugge against Villa. This was an absolute nightmare from Aston Villa. I mean, we're undefeated to this stage. Hadn't even conceded a goal. They'd won every match. And then a moment of madness for Tyrone Mings. And, I mean, it shouldn't really affect them. Like, I still think they'll go through quite comfortably. But, yeah, I mean, to finish top 8, this goal here, right, might cost them big time. Shakhtar, Donetsk 2, Young Boys 1, Paris Saint-Germain, battered by Atletico in the last minute. Inter Milan beat Arsenal 1-0. Again, Arsenal kind of going off the absolute rails at the minute. Is what it is. Then we had Feyenoord getting beat 3-1 by Salzburg. Red Star Belgrade getting beat by Barcelona 5-2. Sparta Praia versus Brest getting beat. Brest are in fantastic form. Atlanta beat Stuttgart, and then Benfica got pumped 1-0 by Bayern Munich. So, I mean, some big ties in there, but it wasn't exactly exciting this week of the Champions League. I mean, it depends who you support, obviously. I mean, Celtic will be loving it. Liverpool fans, aye. Supporting Lisbon, but where's the drama? Where's the drama? But I'm beginning to like this new format. Anyway, Liverpool's at top. Top 8, separated by 3 points down to Aston Villa. There is, 5 undefeated teams. Who would have thought Monaco and Brest would still be up there after 4 games? Not me. Then it's at Atlanta, Man City, Juventus, Arsenal, Leverkusen, Lille, Celtic. I mean, they still sit, scored 9, conceded 9. It's that game against Dortmund that is fucking butchered Celtic's goal difference, man. Say you get beat 2-1 against Dortmund instead of 7-1. I mean, that's +5 on your goal difference. That puts you up to 11th. You know what I mean? Massive difference there. Then you've got Dynamo, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid. So Bayern Munich, Real Madrid sit behind Celtic. You would expect them to definitely overtake them. Same with probably Benfica and Milan. Then you got Feyenoord, Bruges, massive win for them. That gives them a massive incentive beating Villa to 9 goal. Because they'll now, if they get beat by Villa sitting on 3 points, I mean, obviously they still would have wanted to beat Celtic, but it's like the fact they sit on 6 gives them more of an incentive. PSG don't even sit in the top 24. Who's the other big teams that are no in the top 20? In Leipzig, 4 losses in a row, which is incredible for them. Bologna, and then Slovan Bratislava at the bottom. 4 massive defeats. Not really surprised, are we? Right, into the Europa League. It's early morning here, I'm falling asleep. Besiktas beat Malmo. Okie dokie. Then we had Frankfurt beaten Frankfurt. I hate saying their name. They beat Slavia Prague 1-0. Olympiacos won, Rangers won. Good result for Rangers, but as I've said previously, should have won the game. I'm a bit disappointed that Clement didn't have a bit of the killer instinct to go and get the 3 points, but it's away at a tough place. But people always talk, but it's Olympiacos, it's tough, whatever. I think you've got to look at the game, right, as it happened, not what they did last year, not what they did against Villa, not what they normally do at home. If you watch that game of football, Rangers should have won, and we had numerous chances to win, whether that was with Dessers or Clement if he made the correct subs, which he didn't. That's not me being overly negative. That's me putting this football club at a higher standard than most people, because you know what? Drawing against Olympiacos away, on paper, going into it, good result. But when you actually look at the game, we should have won quite comfortably, and we didn't. Anyway, moving on. Galatasaray 3, Tottenham 2. First half pretty much cost Tottenham there. Qarabağ beat Bodo Glimt 2-1. Battle of the Diddy teams. Union Saint-Gilloise drawing 1-1 with Roma. Ludogorets getting beat 2-1 by Athletic Bilbao. Nice and 20, 2 each. FCSB 2-0 they won. Well, I'll tell you what, back to Nice 20. The fact that 20 can get a draw gives me hope there. Elfsborg 1-1 with Braga. Then we had United against PAC. 1-2-0. Diallo had a pretty good game. Again, it's like the Man United of old, man. Fucking 2-0 at home against PAC. Well, what's happened to Manchester United, folks? PAC are a good team. They're not awful, but I expect it. You expect it more. Ajax 5-0 against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Bloody. I don't even think the football is really the talking point here. Just absolute bedlam on the war streets, on the streets of Amsterdam. Lazio 2-1 against Porto. AZ Alkmaar against Fenerbahce 3-1. Victoria Pleasant, very good result against Real Sociedad. Dynamo Kiev beat 4-0 by Ferencváros. Incredible. Then we had Hoffenheim 2 each against Lyon. And RFS with a good draw against Anderlecht, which puts us into the league table. As you can see, Lazio sit top, the only team with 4 wins out of 4. Then you got Ajax, Galatasaray, Frankfurt, Anderlecht, and Atletico Bilbao on 10 points. Tottenham, FCSB, the only 2 teams on 9. Then you've got Lyon, Rangers, Olympiacos, Bodo Glimt, and Midtjylland all on 7. Ferencváros on 6, United on 6, Victoria Pleasant on 6, Alkmaar on 6, Besiktas on 6. So, you go down to 25th. Sociedad sit on 4 points. 3 points behind Rangers, who sit 10th. There's a real possibility that Rangers lose the next 3 games. Like, there is. I think we just have to accept that. Tottenham, United, Nice. No, there's a real possibility you can pick up a few points in there. I'm not going to go out there and say we're going to pick up 9 because I think that would be ludicrous. But tell me, Lucas, how you feel. Listen to me, baby. I listen to me because, I look at Sociedad, Braga, 20, Malmo, right? Nice are on 2. There's a lot of Nice are on 2 points. Fuck's sake, Rangers. Get their finger out and beat them. But you look at this relegation zone, it's like, we've no idea what their fixtures are. Like these teams could have played the hardest teams in the first four, right? And therefore their points are still yet to come. Or it could be vice versa. And I think that's what's interesting about this. Like Rangers sit 10th, but you're fearing that the next three games you might pick up like 2 or 3 points. And where's that going to leave us? So it's interesting, but there's your league table. And Kiev and Maccabi Tel Aviv are the only two teams without any points. Shockeroo for Kiev because did not expect them to be down there. Right, anyway, into the fixtures of the Europa Conference League. Feyenoord 2-0 against Borac. Ghent beat Arnoia 1-0. Legia Warsaw beat Dynamo Minsk 4-0. Helsinki get beat by Olympia. And in the Battle of Ireland and Wales, Shamrock Rovers defeated the New Saints 137 miles between the two. And Shamrock Rovers come out on top to move on to 7 points. I think the New Saints really needed to pick up at least a point here if they were to go through, but they didn't. Yeah, they've done themselves proud, man. They beat Astana right in this game with Shamrock Rovers. As for Shamrock Rovers, we said at the start of this campaign, they needed to beat Larne and the New Saints to stand any chance of going through. They've done that and picked up a point with 3 games to go. Very, very good performance. Petrocub beat 3-0. TSC beat Lugano. Paphos beat Astana. Chelsea 8-0 against Noah. I did predict 10. I wasn't far off, but I mean, it's to be expected. This is a club that is, 7 years old. Copenhagen 2 each with Basic Shear. Last drew 0-0 with Circle Bruges. So the 2 games up next for Hearts there, Circle Bruges and Copenhagen. Need Hearts to step up the task, really. Real Betis beat Sales 2-1. Dujegorn beat Panathinaikos 2-1. Epol beat Florentina 2-1. Vitoria beat Barislav 2-1. Hearts got beat 2-0 by Heidenheim, sorry. Really disappointing. I watched the game. I played the game. Should have won Hearts, but I say should have won. I think that might be a bit unfair on Heidenheim because at the end of the day, Hearts didn't take their chances. And it's Hearts had a few clear-cut chances, but it's not like they bombarded them. They got into so many great possessions in the first half and just didn't capitalise. Hearts could have been 3-0 up in that first half, man. Thrown away. But that's the difference, you know. You're talking about a Bundesliga team that realistically had like 2 proper chances and scored them. That's the difference at this level. Hearts of last season, I think, would have won this game, but it's the Hearts of this season. Neil Critchley, I mean, it's not an awful result, you know, but it's all you know. We hear about our league shite, the Scottish league shite. You know, last match day, 3 wins, 3 clean sheets. This one, you know, Celtic beat Leipzig, second in the Bundesliga. Rangers should have beat Olympiacos, who are a good team in Greece. And Hearts should have beat another Bundesliga team, but didn't. I know it's if buts maybes, but it should be 9 points out of 9 again, but it's not. Jagiellonian 3-0 against Molde, and then Larne get beat 2-1 by St Gallen. Yeah, needed to pick up a point to stand any chance, Larne. They went 1-0 up, but they couldn't hold on. Chelsea sit top. I mean, Jagiellonia sit third, which is shocking. Shamrock Rovers sit 7th, which is crazy. I know it's mad. It's like they're not going to Stamford Bridge with nothing on the line. They're going to Stamford Bridge where if you pick up a point or a win somehow against a team that's worth like 20 billion, it'll matter. You know, it's not like, 1 out of 6 if you win. Like, it actually matters. Paphos, Olympia, got Hearts sitting in 12th on 6 points. They are 3 points ahead of the drop. The New Saints are in the top 24. Noah, who'd Noah win? Who the fuck did Noah beat, by the way? Because they must be shite. Then at the bottom, you've got Coleslaw, Dynamo Minsk, Larne, and Petroclub. But Larne, they moved up to 35th. I know they've not got the wooden spoon. Anyway, guys, that is it for the European review show. We're back very soon with more content. I don't know, this new format, the amount of games, the amount of Diddy teams in the conference, it's just fun. It's entertaining. What can I say?